Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grow up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vault and create wealth from within. What's up, people? Hello, Petro, Aunt Vina. Hello, over here on TikTok. What's up, Instagram? Let me turn this down a little bit. How's everybody doing out there? I don't want a whole lot, but I do want to share some updates real quick and let you guys know some things that are transpiring with myself, with my business, with some opportunities. I like to start off first by sharing this story. I am a believer. And there's one story that I have always really took to heart from the Bible. Okay. And that one story, I'm just going to paraphrase it and then I'll let you know why I shared this story. One story that I have always took to heart and it has always disturbed me is the story of Moses. And Moses was chosen to lead, God's precious jewels, which were the Hebrew Israelites out of bondage, out of poverty. And before he could just go in and deliver them, he had to do some work and some preparation. And then even after leading them out of bondage into the wilderness, which was supposed to be a 7-day journey before they entered into their promised land, it turned around, ended up being 40 years. And for 40 years, these people beat their feet. I mean, after God had literally given them the opportunity to spoil, and plunder the Egyptians, the very people that oppressed them. God had gave them the wherewithal and the power and the ability to be able to bankrupt them, to get all of their reparations that Pharaoh didn't want to give them. Okay, I'm paraphrasing. And so he leads them out into the wilderness. Like I said, it was supposed to be a 7-day journey, and it turned up to be 40 years. These people continue to go after other idols and worship other gods and different things of that sort. They continue to murmur and they continue to complain. This was the mediator between God and his people, which was Moses, who was chosen for the task. However, by their murmuring, their complaining, their rebellion, their slothfulness, their procrastination, their doubt, their unbelief, it provoked him to do something that he was not supposed to do. Okay. He was commanded to speak to the rock, and he ended up in frustration striking the rock. After he led them out, after the Most High God showed all of his glorious splendor, all of his power and his might to deliver them, and not only to deliver them, but to do away with their enemies so that they would never be able to come back and harm them again. After all of that, they got into this place after God had did these mighty, powerful, great exploits. And they got to this place and began to murmur and complain. It was better in Egypt. Their mindset would never shift. Their mindset would never come out of Egypt. Their physical body came out of Egypt, but their mind would never come out of Egypt. And that's why all of them died there, except Caleb and Joshua in that generation. Nevertheless, they complained about meat. God sent them a whole bunch of meat. Y'all want to complain about meat? Here, choke yourself on it. Literally. And then they began to complain about water. And so this leads me up to where I'm going sharing this story. Hello, Sister Nina, 36K. So, after all of these great and mighty exploits that he did on their behalf so that they would know I'm real, I'm alive, I got you, I'm with you, I'm fighting for you on your behalf, the whole 9 yards, okay? Um, they still had murmuring and complaining in their blood and their DNA. And that provoked the leader that was supposed to lead them into their promised land, into their destination. If you guys over here can give me some likes on TikTok, y'all know how I go over here, push the content up to the top. It will be greatly appreciated. Really, really appreciated. Nevertheless, out of his frustration of dealing with these people, complaining and murmuring for 40 years, he decides that he would disobey the commandments of the Most High God, which was to speak to the rock. And he got out of position and did it in his own strength. And when he did that, now the promised land was promised to all of them, to Moses, to all of them, those who he led. But when he did that, the very thing that was promised to him was forfeited. And therefore, he was not able. Hold on one second. Let me see what's going on over here. Something's going on over here. It's telling me that my signal is not stable. I don't know what's going on, whether they doing that or not, you guys. But let me give me a second to try to figure it out. And if I can, then I will just end it over here. It says I'm connected, so I don't know what the problem is. Hopefully that fixes it, and if it doesn't, then okay, so it did. So now here you have a man chosen to lead all these people, not relatives, okay, just the children of the Most High God. Now he has forfeited his destiny. And what was so troubling about that story was that here you had this man leading these people for all of this time. And what was promised to him was taken from him. And all he got to do was see the promised land. He could not enter it. And I've always said, when I signed up for this, that I don't ever want to be Moses. I don't ever want to allow another to cause me to miss the will and the purpose and the plan of the Most High God for my life. Never. And that's one of the reasons why I ran from it for so long. Because that was just unbearable. To me, that seems so unfair, but I understand. God's judgments are righteous and they are true. And when we, as people, human beings, get besides ourselves, then we got to get checked from the neck. And he got checked from the neck. Now, did God bury him himself? He did. But just imagine he was never able to enter into the promised land. And that is just a little bit too heavy for me. So I share that story to say that these are the changes and the updates that I am making before I came out here to serve all of God's people. And no, I will never walk away from God. That will never be, that is not even an option. But the people who would like to drag their feet and see all of this stuff that's going on and, you know what I'm saying, and fail to respond, be double-minded, swinging the pendulum. 1 minute I'm up, 1 minute I'm down. Procrastinators, people who actually like their bondages and like their chains. You have to let them like their chains and like their bondages. You have to let them like their mess. You have to let them like their poverty. And one thing that I have come to realize is when you have had enough, then that's when change will come. It don't matter if people talk to you till they blue in the face. It doesn't matter if they talk to you until you purple in the face. It really doesn't. People at the end of the day, when they get tired, they'll stand up, I guess, or either they'll tap out. One of the two. But what I do know is that me and God knows this. And I've had several days here to just evaluate the whole entire situation. I'm burnt out. For the last 2 years, I have taken groups of people and just, hey, let's go through this. You do the same exact thing that I'm doing. And it's not like it doesn't work because I done done it. There's no way in the world that I myself could actually sit back and see what's coming and share content and all of this stuff that shows us exactly what's coming and see all of this foolishness that's intended for us. And I'm the only one that really cares. I'm the one that's really like lifting the whole entire weight. Like there's nobody else trying to even match that same energy. It's like, oh, I'm afraid. I'm fearful. I can't do that. I'm a procrastinator. I'm stuck. I'm stagnant. I'm caught up in me, myself, and I and what I got going on. That is how casualties happen. And so I had this long conversation with my father and asked me to release me from the assignment because I would like to be released in remembrance of that story. I don't ever want people to pull me down so bad that I actually get frustrated and disobey what he has commanded me to do. Neither do I want anybody to slow me down. That's not what I want to do either. You cannot build babysitting and you cannot build dragging a whole bunch of weight. You just can't. You can't run way down. And a lot of the problems that people have, I am not the originator or even the cause. I'm the answer to the prayer. I'm the solution. I didn't send myself. This is something that God sent me to do for his people, for those who would take the initiative to do it. So the Zooms and all of that stuff, sharing that private information is out and it's over with. I will not be sharing that information. Will I still be putting out content on YouTube to the best of my ability, what they allow me to put out? I will. Will I still be trying to go after y'all and say, hey, we need to do this? I will not. I'm going to go back to doing what I was doing before I put the call out there. Being around the people that can actually help me get what we need to have in place. It's not enough to sit up and look at how they massacred our elderly people in New York. And now that's something that's, swept under the rug because now they focusing on Texas and Uvalde and, all of this stuff. It was not even cool what happened there for our brown community. And people think that this is just a game. Good night, sister. Good night. I will see you again soon. God bless you and love you. And see these things that are intended to us and how we're being treated every single day. And then we still have the audacity to believe or have the mindset that we need them. Like that's inevitable. I cannot and will not work under them circumstances. I refuse to live dead weight. I refuse to. I refuse to lead you to the water and then open up your mouth and stick out your tongue and have you to drink. I refuse to. Why? Because if we went to them and asked for jobs, we would learn whatever we would have to learn. We would invest whatever is needed to be invested to get. Am I saying something funny over here? I see a whole bunch of funny faces. I'm just trying to see if I'm saying something that's funny. Because I promise you, I'm being 1000% serious. We really don't realize what the Most High God has done until it's no more. We really don't. understand how much he has tried to help us until there's no help available for us. And it does say in his word, there will be a famine of the word. There will be a famine of ministers ministering. I understand. And we don't understand how we've gotten to this position because of our rebellion, because of our lack to obey God, because of our lack to trust God wholeheartedly with all of our heart, mind, and soul. Because of that, we are still stuck in the same position, looking for the very people who oppressed us to actually give us something. When his word said the kingdom is within. So why are you looking without? The kingdom is within, and people don't even have the wherewithal to believe that the kingdom is within. And that's why they keep looking without. That's why they keep, counting coins and counting dollars. That's all they have. And that's all that you will ever have, that type of mindset, until you actually arise to the occasion to believe that, first of all, I am called and I am equipped. And I have been given everything that I need on the inside of me to get myself out of the situation that I have succumbed or subjected myself to for all of this time, all of these years. We say we want change, but we really don't. I am stopping the Zooms. I am. I will not spend that time that I cannot get back from building, giving out information to people who just want information. I mean, there's a whole bunch of information that people can actually acquire on their own, just by simply researching. And I encourage you to do that. It tells us that we are to watch and pray, not just pray, not just be deep, but watch. Why did it command us to watch and pray? Right? So that's something that we have to get familiar with doing, so that that I'm aware of what's going on around me, and then you can make a conscious decision from there. I will not be advertising any offers or anything of that sort after tonight. I will not be. I'm not here to convince anybody that we need to move. I'll let whatever they do and convince you enough. That's where I'm at. And like I said before, I even sat down here on today, I've already taken it to the Most High God. Enough is enough. I'm tired of the responsibility of having to subject myself and missing out on doing other things. I'm going to be accountable for the things, all the things that I am commanded to do. And because I have seen how others do things and how those things that they do impact and actually help, their families and different things of that sort, I have always been the one, how can I help you people? And for 2 years, literally, I know the first year I cried and I wept. And I kept going, back and forth to the Most High God. How can I help your people? Even though they don't want help, you need to see it. If you go back and look on my stories you will see that for yourself. People who've been following me that long know that that's the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Crying many of days, how I'm gonna help your people? And you'd be like, they don't want no help. Father, if you just give us a little bit more time, I know they won't help. They don't want no help. Why would I keep on giving time? And the days are evil. They don't want no help. Come on, y'all, let's pray. They don't want to pray. Come on, y'all, let's unite. They don't want to unite. Come on, y'all, let's build. They don't want to build. I mean, I'd have led people to some stuff they ain't ever seen in their life. I don't care employment. I don't care inheritance. They ain't never seen this type of stuff that I have showed them and led them to do, and they won't do anything with it. Still won't do anything with it. And for me, that is a waste of my time. 40 years, Moses wasted his years and his time only to end up not even being able to access the promised land just to look at it. I beg to differ. Because at the end of the day, who I'm most responsible for is my family and those in my house. Those are who I'm mostly responsible for. And if I fail to do what I'm supposed to do for them, trying to get everybody else to come on board and trying to get everybody else to come on and see what's going on and come on, y'all, let's move. And you don't got to do all of that in the army. The command go out and the soldiers know it's time to march. It's time to fight. It's time to go for war. I mean, the command goes out. And then the soldiers prepare or respond to the command that's given out. And just in these last 2 years, in these last few months, it has really been a lot. Dealing with all different type of people, different mentalities, different mindsets, different attitudes. It's just been a lot. So I'm going back over there where I was at. Okay. And at this point in time, I really don't care what nobody thinks. She whitewash, she this, you say whatever you want to say. That's your opinion. And I don't get paid off of your opinions. But I am going to be going with people who actually can help me fulfill my assignment, my role. I don't have time for those who like to sit up and talk about everybody. And they themselves are not going anywhere. Being messy and gossiping, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for slothful people that you've got to convince them over and over and over again that they need to get up and do something. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for those that are stuck in sin. God has really been checking me about connections and how being connected to the wrong source can disconnect you from the power, can disconnect you from where you're supposed to be, being joined to the wrong people. It's just really not that serious on my end. Okay. I'm not here to do any of that. Just like I said, I didn't put anybody in the positions that they did. The enemy and the enemies of our soul, whether in human form or spiritual form, the powers that be, put us here. And to be honest, we as a people put us here. Whether that was our ancestors down the road, okay? So that's where I'm at, you guys. You guys can follow the YouTube channel. Like I said, I will be producing content. I really will. Yes, Brother Ricky. I will be producing content. But it will not be sharing with y'all, okay, this is what's going on. I'm going to be producing content on YouTube, like I said, to whatever they will allow me to put over there. Some of the things that I was able to share on the Zoom platform are still kind of safe to be shared on Rumble. So I do have a Rumble channel. I will be utilizing that to share some things that I cannot share on YouTube. A lot of the content that I share will already be pre-recorded. It will not be live. I will not be spending my time, going live to encourage, and that's just over with. That is just completely over with. I will share uploaded content, and you guys can go back and watch it and let it, let the chips fall where they lay. Apply it to yourself as I am led. I will use my Facebook for worship, kingdom purposes only. You want to worship, you want to pray, you want to praise, you want to hear what thus saith the Lord. And that's what this channel will be used for. Business page will be used for my business, for advertisement purposes, things of that sort, okay? So before I go on tonight, like I said, I wasn't going to be here very, very long anymore than I had to on tonight. Just wanted to bring those public service announcements. For those that signed up for the workshop, the Dispatch Mastery Workshop, that is supposed to be scheduled for tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and push that back to the next weekend. We don't celebrate these holidays whatsoever, but I know that a lot of people do. and they made plans. When we initially planned, of course, yes, we will have classes. That's my business. Yes, that's my business. So we will definitely have classes. Mastermind will be 12 months. Government contract will be 3 months. Um, and then we will be moving forward from there. Okay. Um, but we schedule it for tomorrow. And again, we schedule it not even tripping off of no Memorial's Day because we don't celebrate that type of stuff. But out of respect, um, you know, there's people that will be traveling and gathering with their families and different things of that sort. And so we're going to respect that and push it back to the following weekend, Sunday. So I will email all of those who signed up, just informing them of that slight change. The Wealth Encounter will still be at the end of June. I will also do that, not as often after this one. I don't know when the next one will be, because I'm involved in a whole bunch of other stuff, multi real estate, family, and land banking, different things of that sort. A lot of classes that I have to attend, um, so I can educate and prepare myself to be the best at what it is that I do. But I will not be offering those opportunities anymore. I will not be offering my mastermind anymore unless I'm doing my in person. I will not be bringing anybody else to my stages unless I tell you. And God gives me the green light to bring you to the stage. I will not be doing that anymore. I will not allow room in my life anymore for people who profit off of you and use you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's over with. Had a long conversation, a long evaluation over some things and some people that I have been connected to. Um, and it's just over with, you know. I showed up. That's what I'm gonna say. I did my due diligence, so I don't feel like I've abandoned my assignment. I have forsaken my assignment. That is not what I have to do. Only God knows that I have blood, sweat, and tears, loved and rallied and tried to my best ability to lead his people decently and in order with integrity. And I could walk away from the assignment knowing that I did my part. I did not fail God because I wasn't holding him up, but I did answer the call, suffered a lot. My daughter, my children, my family has taken a lot of the suffering just trying to help other people. And that's over with. And God has released me from that. So I'm here to share with you guys. If you guys do want to, thank you. Thank you, Billy Blansett, for those hand hearts. I really appreciate you guys over here on TikTok. Y'all gonna see a lot more content over here. I got all those people over there on TikTok and trying to come back live, post some good content over here with you guys as well. Um, and spread myself out as much as I can. But I will, like I said, be sharing some content that I'm allowed to share on these platforms. And if not, then I will have some content that I cannot share over here uploaded to like Rumble or something like that. Yes, thank you, Brother Ricky. I appreciate you. Thank you, Aunt Vina. Thank you, Sister Rowe. Thank you, Pumpkin Pumpkin. So if you guys want to be a part of that Dispatch Mastery, I want to show you guys a little bit about what is my Rumble page. It's Dr. Tawana. It is Dr. Tawana. I try to put all my links to be the same so it's not hard to find me. But it is Dr. Tawana. I don't remember if it's lowercase or uppercase, but you should be able to find me. If not, then message me on TikTok and I'll get that link for you and send it to you over here on TikTok. I believe it might be in my link tree that's on my bio, but if not, I can even add it there. But I will be going over there. There's a lot of people that are waiting to hear the information that I share. And I don't want to, you know, not put out the information. Yes, yes, yes. Find me and so we can stay connected. I appreciate you. And once you find me, then of course I'll follow you back. Um, yes, you're very welcome, Sister Carrie. Absolutely. I love you guys. Will always love you guys. Wanted to show you a little bit about, what you possibly could be missing out on with dispatching. Like I said, I have ways to target my targeted audience. Uh, I'm going to start doing a lot of that. And I hate to do that. I hate to be that way, but it is what it is. I try to show up for the community because at the end of the day, I know it's going to be the community that suffers. Nevertheless, um, I will be dealing and working with a lot with coaches and different things of that sort, getting their events and their brand and marketing and all that stuff up to par and helping them scale out, their businesses. So I just wanted to let y'all know, so y'all be like, oh, acting funny. I'm not. I did show up for y'all first, okay? I did. I loved you enough without even knowing you to want to help you. And I'm proud of what I have done because there's not a lot of people out here doing it. I don't know a lot of people anyway that's doing it, from pastors to politicians, to colleagues. And that's what makes me set apart. It's because I showed up because God said. And so I want to show you guys something real quick, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Um, these are things that you can do right from home. Doesn't take a whole lot of anything. That's if you want to take advantage of the opportunity. Okay. Hey, Sister Sunshine. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna share my screen over here as well. Okay, so this was a $15,000 week. This dispatcher made 5,000. Well, my husband dispatches his own stuff. So he keeps his stuff all within. My husband is my first client. Of course, because charity begins at home first and then it spreads abroad. So had to get on my husband's, like, you need to get off of that job. Or if you're gonna be on a job, you still need a plan B and you need some other legs to stand on. So I helped him build out his business. And this is just one load. As you can see, 531, he received this load. This load is $6,000. Dispatch his own load. Okay, let me show you guys over here as well. This is something that you guys can do, and I have to show you. Oh, you know what? I don't know how to turn this camera around. Why did I do that? Oh my gosh. Let's see. I tried to figure it out the other day. 1 second. It says hear my voice. I don't want to do that. Let's see if I hit settings. Can you guys help me turn my camera around? Because I don't know how to. It said co-host. I'm not looking for a co-host. I don't see the camera. Maybe I can turn it around this way. How about that? And blow it up a little bit so you can see it. So this is a load. That's the date. But this is one load for $6,000. Okay. I'm going to now let Instagram see real quick. I know how to switch the camera on Instagram, but this is something you can do from your phone, from the comfort of your home. Thank you, Tasha, Sharice. I love the gifts. I appreciate you, beautiful people. As you can see, my husband's name is here, so it ain't somebody else's, but this is just for one load, booking one load, 6,000, right? So he eats from his own plate from dispatching, and um, has a driver driving his own load. So here's another one. Same week, $15,000 week, as you can see, the 23rd. This one's for $3,500. So you've already seen $9,500, right? Let me show y'all over here. Unfortunately, I can't blow it up. Hopefully you guys can see it, because I don't know how to flip this camera, and I promise you that I'm going to learn when I get off of this TikTok live how to flip my camera. But this is within the same week, so that's $9,500 in money, just sitting at home from the phone. This is another one. As you can see, on the same day of the $6,000 one, 5/27, it's for $4,600. And I will show you guys as well over here. If y'all can give me them likes over here on TikTok, it really helps me beat the algorithm, let TikTok know that I am sharing good content, and it stops them from putting me to the bottom of the barrel. But hopefully you guys can see that as well. And then I will share. I got to do this like this because my hands is full over here, y'all. I ain't mastered all of this, but here's the last one. So you have seen $15,000 in 1 week. $15,000 in 1 week. 5/25. So from 5/23 to 5/27, and as you can see, my husband's name is here. And I will show you guys over here as well. And this is something you can do from home. Dispatching loads for others. Just out of his portion for dispatching was $5,000. He pays himself 10%, right? So you guys have seen 15,000 and just dispatching loads. All right. Live video pause. I don't know why it would be paused over here. I apologize. So we have that dispatch mastery, as you can see for your own eyes, because seeing is believing. You can invest $97 in learning how to do it. And he's going to show you exactly what to do, all the things that you need to do. He's going to give you the blueprint, the juice, and the sauce. Okay, the gems, the diamonds, all of that. $97 workshop is going to be next week. Now imagine investing in you, $97, and being able to pay yourself at least anywhere from an extra $3,000 to $7,000 a week, dispatching loads for other people like my husband. Or you can, I have to share, that's some information that I wanted to share the other day, but that's why I didn't get on here and share it, okay? Now, I tell you guys a lot that I do government contract, right? So these things that I'm offering you tonight, I'm not going to offer them anymore. I tell you guys I do government contract. I help my husband start his transportation company and then turn around and get his certification so he can contract that with the government. Now, as you can see here, just for his NAICS code, which is a transportation NAICS code, they got $25.5 billion reserved for those with a transportation company. And we help you start your transportation company that you ain't never got to drive, because my husband don't drive his. He teaches you how to hire your own driver, so you ain't never got to drive it, right? It's non-CDL. And if you don't ever want to do nothing with it, you can just create it and then contract it with the government. As you can see here, and I'm finished to show y'all over here. Okay, hopefully y'all can see that. Let's see if I got it the right way. Okay, so you see his name, Marcus. The federal government awarded $25.5 billion to this NAICS code, 541611, in 2021 and 2022. So they want him to go ahead and put his services. It says GSA is seeking qualified consulting vendors, and they want to give him a piece of this money. And this is what I've been trying to lead God's people into this type of money. Okay. Because we don't have time for no 9 to 5 money. Money is not going to be good anyway. You need to get it and do what you need to do with it before it's no good. But I am going to switch the screen so that I could show you. Am I going back this way the wrong way? Hold on, let me go back the other way. So even though he's in transportation, right? They hit him up and say, look, even though you're in transportation, we need 52 laptops. Are you available to provide us with these 52 laptops? And because I teach you where to go and how to go get these laptops without you having a clue, an inkling of anything, they offered him for these 52 laptops up to $250,000. And that's what you see highlighted at the bottom. I'm going to try to blow it up so you can see it. And this is the last photo. I promise you that I'm going to. It's backwards on our side because I don't know how to turn the camera. I do not know how to turn the camera. That's why. What I'm going to do is put all these pictures together in a slide on TikTok. That's what I'll do so you guys can see. Like after this video, I'll put those slides up so you can see and it makes sense of what I'm talking about. 250,000 to find them 52 computers. 250,000. Now I said you guys could come to me for $1,000 and let me show you how to get dressed for school, because that's what I call it. You know how you don't leave out of the house without being properly dressed for you to go and learn? Same way I look at it. Same way I look at it. Let me dress you up for school so you can go and accumulate this wealth. And as long as you will take the initiative to do the work, this money is available and readily available on all levels. On all levels. Okay. So I have offered that to you, and we'll offer that to you here tonight. It's 1K. Okay. 1K. It's 1K. And for 1K, you can be able to set yourself up for 250K and above. That's a drop in the bucket, literally. Okay. So I'm offering that one last final time to you all on tonight. The Dispatch Mastery, like I just showed y'all, $97. I try to bring it down to the level where my people can afford it, because I know my people cannot afford 7,000, 10,000. I mean, you can. I'm not going to say that. There's some in my community that cannot afford that, but there's a majority that can. It's just all about their priorities. Okay. So I'm offering that to you guys here on tonight for $97. Still have the business blueprint. If you guys don't know how to start a business, have no clue, that's $97. Virtual assistant workshop is $47. You want to see how you can pay yourself to assist coaches and stuff like myself and make 6 figures just doing that, sending out emails, answering phone calls, different things of that sort. I try to make these packages more simplest and affordable to those that I really am passionate about serving. I do have, I believe it's 17 spots left at my VIP virtual 100K payday. I'm only taking 20 people in that. I have never taught the blueprint of how to pay yourself 100K in a day, not even in my mastermind. So this is something that is going to be one time. It's a once and done situation. It ain't never been done before, and it ain't going to never be done again, especially not live. Now, I can take all of this stuff and actually package it up, and I never have to show up. So whenever I'm showing up, take advantage of those opportunities. And again, I'm not here to beg anybody to do anything. If you want to get out of your rut, and get out of your funk, and you want to be able to leave something for your children and even preserve your family right now, then I got the juice and the sauce and the hookup for you, okay? And then we have the wealth encounter coming up at the end of the month. And y'all done heard me advertise that so much that I don't need to advertise it again. I'm only choosing to work with 20 people on that. It's 17 more spots available for that, okay? For that 100K VIP day. This will only be a program that I will moving forward. And I'm only going to leave that option open until Monday. I don't participate in Memorial Day. This is Juneteenth, and it's of a greater significance to me. Enough is enough of the brutality. Enough is enough of the torture. Enough is enough of the death. Enough is enough of the assaults and attack. Like, no, this is Juneteenth. It's celebration, right? It's liberation. That's what it's supposed to mean anyway. Well, I'm going to make it real in my life. I'm not asking anybody for any reparations. I'm just going ahead and making my own. Okay. That's what I am going to do. And I am going to get paid what I'm worth for doing it, for showing up and doing it. So I have that available. It's first come, first serve. And that will be held on June the 12th. It will be an intimate setting, 20 of us. I will give you everything that you need to know. And not only that, as a bonus for these 20 people, I will host your first event. Your first 100K event, I will host that. I'm going to show you how to build it. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you how to scale it. I'm going to show you how you can make this evergreen. Once you do it one time, you never have to do it again. And that means that you go from, you actually can retire yourself if you still working. What would that look like for you? 100K in a day. You get paid, or you pay yourself 100K. I said 100,000 for 1 day's of work. And then the platform that I have, you are able to just have that on evergreen. You never have to show up. So you can run that the next month and run that the next month. And if you add 100K up for 12 months, that is $1,200,000 in a year that you have paid yourself, what you are worth. And like I said, it's going to be a one time. It ain't never been done before, and it ain't going to never be done again. You're going to have to pay me. You're going to have to pay me. My next VIP days will not be no lesser than 15,000. And that still ain't enough for what you gonna make. That still is not enough for what you gonna make. Okay. What gives me the wherewithal to teach you? Because I done did it. And I done did it over and over and over and over again. And will continue to do it. There's no way in the world that I could ever go backwards, especially after experiencing that. So it's all moving forward from here. Will we pay? I sent it to you in your messenger, I believe. If I didn't, I will double check. I will send you the link to be able to do that. Okay. So those are the opportunities that I have for you guys. Those are the updates. Those are the changes that I am making. I do ask you all, and I want you all to know why I have reduced the prices, not just because I don't believe that you cannot afford it. Okay. I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link as soon as I get off. I don't want you guys, feeling like, oh, well, she just thinks so low of us. I think highly of you, and I know what you have on the inside of you. And that's why I'm showing up, because I know what you are capable of. I know what God has put on the inside of you. And my desire is not to see you suffer. But there's another reason why I'm doing it. It hurt me the other day when I said, look, there's people here with no running water. As many people as I serve, I never charge y'all for me showing up, spending my time. I usually always give you an exchange, give you value for your dollar, right? I never come by here and be like, oh, y'all feed me, the big pimp machine, feed me, feed me. I was so appalled by how many women follow this narcissist called Kevin Samuels. And I'm not disrespecting the dead. He did. I mean, he disrespected himself when he was alive. I've seen so many of my sisters, silly women, listening to this man and paying this man, and he becoming a millionaire off of YouTube to degrade women. I also watch how these pimps in the pulpits, rip off God's people. Give me all your tithe and your offerings, and you get nothing in return but a shout and a buck and a slain in the spirit. I always wanted to be different. I don't want to take from you. I want to add to you. So I have always been different. And I have showed up. I have showed up to say I'm not like them. And I'm here to help you to the best of my ability to level up. Do you know how hard it was to lift that much weight during a pandemic? It was hard and it was heavy. And there was days that I did not want to get up and do it. There was days that I didn't feel like I could get up and do it. Okay? There was days that I did that. You know how long I've been telling the people, like, we need to, I don't only just share information of why we need to be moving. I offer solutions to help you move, not just sitting up here, y'all need to be doing this and woo, look what's coming up. No, I ain't never been that one. And give me all your money so my family can be built and you just have nothing. I ain't never, ever been that type of person. Always looking to see how I can help. Come on, y'all, let's go together. Come on, y'all, let's go together. Come on, y'all, let's go together. Come on, let's walk. Come on, let's do this. You go after this. If we get 100 of us doing this, we'll have enough for all of us. I've always been that type of person, and my time is up with that. I've cried many of tears. Who do you think call and check up on me? You good? It takes for me to have to even address it. To say, dang, where my love back? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love hard. Not only do I pour out, I bring people to my table. Do you know how much people would charge you to walk on their stages that they built? It's a fee. You want to get in front of my people, you're going to pay me like you weigh to get in front of my people, just sharing the table, sharing the resources. Hey, y'all go over here and get this money. Just sharing the resource. People don't even know. Well, you know what my situation is this. Hey, here, let me throw you this. How many of those people do you think I can actually go back in if I ever got in a situation and say, hey, I need help. Can you help me at this moment? Can I come to you and can you front me this or can you loan me this so I can level up? And I ain't got not one person, not one. You know how many people actually came back and said, here, let me sow into your life because you have blessed me so much? None. I ain't even asked nobody to do that. People didn't even know for 2 or 3 months I was under great attack. When you trying to liberate people from poverty and you stepping on the devil's toenails, and he done had these people in a headlock for all of these years. And then who you think you is, Miss Billy Badbutt? Well, since you trying to help them with their finances, let me tear yours absolutely apart. You don't know the hell I done endured. And then the other day I said, look, there's some people that look like us that ain't got water. In a Texas snowstorm where everybody was trying to keep warm, me and my babies and my husband was out in the cold buying pizzas and blankets and water and driving and sliding everywhere and putting our lives in jeopardy. I mean, history. You go look on my YouTube channel. I've always been in the streets. I've always been in the streets helping. While everybody's celebrating Christmas, I'm making sure that the homeless people got a nice meal. And I'm not talking about no hot dogs and bologna sandwiches. I'm talking about Denny meals, hundreds and hundreds at a time. I've always been there. And so when I come and I say, you know what? There's some people that ain't had water in 142 years. Can we come together? And I didn't help so many people that we should all right now be physically able to go buy them some water, a well system. Can you imagine not even being able to take a bath for 142 years? And you got these people, their whole purpose of keeping you without water is to push you out because they know you get tired and eventually move out. And when they uh, 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 then when they pushed y'all out and drove out the whole entire community except the 10 to 15 that said, look, I've been here 40 years. I'm used to not having no water. I ain't going nowhere, because they know if we deplete you or deprive you, you'll eventually move and then we'll come in and take it. And these people have been fighting tooth and nail to just stay there. I'm asking you all to go look at my last YouTube video. Dr. Tawana Worlds, The Disruptor. If you type that in, you'll be able to find it. Dr. Tawana Worlds, The Disruptor on YouTube. And go look at how them people living. I mean, if it don't move you to tears or cause you to respond, you ain't human. Period. I posted the video on YouTube so that you guys can see. And the other day when I came and I said, how many of you guys would at least want to be able to, can you guys just give anything? 50 cents would have been good. $1 would have been good. It shows your heart, not the amount. I didn't tell you to give a certain amount. Who want to help these people? It was actually 4 people out of all the people that I have served. And that broke my heart. I'm not even going to lie. It broke my heart. Because if you didn't have no water, I'll fight for you. I'd make sure that I do the same thing for you. If there was an atrocity being done to you, I would fight for you. And I don't care what you look like and how long I've known you or not known you, I will fight for you. Do you know how many people that ain't had roofs over their head, and how many people that ain't had water, and how many people that ain't had food, and how many children that we as an organization have stepped up and said, not on my watch, you ain't gonna be homeless today. You gonna have something to eat today. We're gonna pay your rent today. Do you know how much I have been talked to? You always begging and talked about, you always begging, and I didn't took it so they don't. I didn't hide them and covered them and say you can put the blame on me as a scapegoat. Just as long as the needs is met. I had 4 people actually respond. And then people wonder why. I still ain't took a pay cut for myself. I still haven't. 2 years and I still ain't got a paycheck myself. Everything that I get. Why? Because I'm just a distribution center. I'm not here to take a paycheck. It would be nice. I have been asking the Most High God. It would be nice to do something for myself. If I showed y'all my toenails, y'all be like, whoa. Just do something nice for myself. Why? Because I'm always trying to help. I got a person who doesn't even know me, that God put on my heart. They actually used our business address to receive their mail. And then when we go to the shop the other day, it's an eviction notice for $1,100. And instantly, they don't play out here in Texas. You don't pay your rent in 3 days, they go ahead and put an eviction on me. And the Lord's like, help them out. Help them out. I couldn't go to the people and say, hey, do you guys want to help them out? Because I got tired of acting like I'm begging y'all to do something. So I created my businesses and made them affordable. That's the reason why I work. Truth be told, the most that I have gotten out of what I have made is to be able to take my children on a 4 or 5 day vacation so I can make up the time that I have lost spending it with people. Like beating a dead horse who really ain't trying to do nothing with nothing. That's the only reward. That's the only reward. The badge of servitude is serving, not leading, not, hey, look at me over here. You ain't never seen me do that. I'm a regular schmegular. You ain't never seen me do that. And you never will. And you never will. And when I say, can we help others to be shunned like that and to be ignored was very painful. Very painful. Because at that moment, it's like, if I'm asking for them, don't let me get in. And that was the response. Don't let me get in no situation. Especially when you can come to me and ask me, can you help me with this? And if I have to take it out of my money, I will. So I want y'all to go look at that video. And that's the reason why I have reduced my prices. When my mentors get a hold of me and I really feel discouraged, sometimes I avoid getting on my calls with my mentors. Tawana, when are you going to stop this? This is why you ain't scaling up, because you're pouring out more value than what. This is why you haven't taken a paycheck, because you're giving out way more value than what you're charging. It's like, I don't even know if that's on the inside. And that is what I beat myself up about a lot. Like, I know I'm worth more. I know that I'm worth more. I know what I give is worth more. But I'm not in this for the money. I'm in it for the movement. Title of that last video is This Is a Damn Shame. Because it is. I could never imagine not having the ability to bathe myself for 43 years. But y'all go check it out. See how they surround it around water and can't have none. So instead of me asking y'all, do y'all want to help these people? I create these programs. That way you don't feel like I'm just giving up my money. No, you actually get something in return for your money. Okay. So tonight is the last night that I'm offering these programs for that 100K, 100K, 100K a day payday. The title of the video is called This Is a Damn Shame. That's the title of the video. It's on Dr. Tawana Worlds. Dr. Tawana the Disruptor. It's on that YouTube. Dr. Tawana the Disruptor. THE Disruptor. So if you go look on that, if you subscribe to my YouTube, you'll be able to find it. I believe that my YouTube link is inside of my Linktree bio here on TikTok. Sis, how can I send you something for your feet? My feet? Oh, you don't have to. I just haven't had the time to go do it, sis. I just haven't taken the time for myself. But I appreciate you, love. I do. But I do have Cash App and Zelle. If you want to be a blessing. I'm never going to stop, the Most High from blessing you. But it's just I haven't had the time to do so. I just haven't had the time because I'm just been in building mode. I see the sword, and the sword is not coming, it's amongst us. And so I just been in building mode and just haven't had the time. But I do have Zelle, and I do have Cash App, and I can inbox you that information. With that being said, I love you guys. I do have Zelle. If you email me or something. I don't like to put my phone number out here because somebody was calling me. I'm like, how y'all get my personal phone number? It's like, oh, you had it on Zelle. So I will give it to you in your inbox. But I do love you guys. Always know that. I showed up because of love. Some people it's time for me to part ways. That's been very painful. But I got to go make sure that I have been called to do a specific task, and I got to make sure that I do the task. Where is the info for the dispatch course? I will. Can you message me on TikTok? I'll send it to you. I will. I'm still kind of new with this TikTok thing, y'all. So charge it to my head and not to my heart. I am still new, but I know how to work the messenger, and I can send it to you. And I will inbox you, Sister Stephanie, for sure. Um, yeah, I'll send it to you, Sister Ro. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and go and finish spending this blessed weekend with my children, my family. Like I said, I love y'all, and I'm praying for us all. And I'm trusting the Most High God. I pray that you guys will take advantage of the opportunities that He have laid before us. He doesn't will or wish that any of us suffer. And that's what I love about God so much. Even in the midst of wickedness and evilness, if He can take me off of food stamps and Section 8 and turn my life upside down, He can do the same for you. Okay? So if you guys are on YouTube, uh, did I share it on YouTube? I don't think I shared it on YouTube. But if you guys are on YouTube and you guys are interested um, in the 100K a day, I will post that. If you're interested in the dispatch mastery, I don't think I posted that. You guys can email me. And I'll send you the information. My email is tjtworlds@yahoo.com. T as in Tom for Tawana, J as in Janice for my middle name, T as in Tom again for Tawana, and my last name Worlds, like the world that we live in with the S on the end at yahoo.com. tjtworlds@yahoo.com. Okay? So you guys can email me or instant message me, inbox me. I don't know what they call all of this stuff, but I will see you guys soon. God bless. Go in peace and not in pieces. Peace out. All right. Thank you, Sister Stephanie. I appreciate you, love. Bless God for you, and I will message you on Instagram and send you that information. Okay. God bless y'all. Love you, and I will see you soon. All right, you guys over here. Amen, Brother Ricky, and I'm very, very proud of you. Tomorrow's my angel Antonia's resting day. I will definitely be praying your strength, sister, because I already know. I need a dispatch link. I already have the contract. Yes, yes. I sent a seed on yesterday. Thank you, sister. Auntie Vina. I appreciate it, and I ask the Most High God to be able to recompense you and reward your seed expeditiously. Immediately may He give you. It says, give, and it will be given back unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So I'm asking the Most High God to give it to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Okay? That's what I am asking. And I bless everybody else who have been so generous to these people. Y'all, please go check out that video. That's what I'm asking y'all. Please go check out that video. And let's do something.com. Peace out, y'all.